It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at wideout A.J. Brown. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Browns and the Jets under the lights on Thursday night.
The dog pound will be barking as EA Sports is pleased to join you from the always raucous Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should...
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Mariota's throw complete there to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 19 carries, 139 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Again, it's Robinson. Oh, he faked it with a joke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake, Mariota. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. And now as we get toward the home stretch here of the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, you know you got some guys missing during the final weeks of the season.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. send a receiver in motion left. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Johnny Smith. And they got it right across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to get that big advantage early.
And look at the numbers from Penny last week. 15 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now the veteran of a handful of teams, it's Chase Edmonds. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Talanoa Hufanga, a first-time All-Pro last year, up to make the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great...
And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Mariota to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They run. First carry for Damian Harris. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw is Mariota. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Mariota now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Throwing, Mariota. That's out wide here for Robinson. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson from 6 yards away. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right. With his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Patrick Mahomes in the offense heading back out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got him in. It's Brown. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no run here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. On play action, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Robinson up the middle. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. To throw Mariota. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Short throw to Smith. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2nd and 7.
Second and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Short throw to Smith. And a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throw complete right side to Coles. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Penny. And he'll be taken down near the 20 of the 21. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Rashad Penny unable to get there. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield. And
for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders. So Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. It looks like one of the DBs has it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He finds his man complete. It's Brown.
Eligible receiver downfield. Awesome.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Now Mahomes. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Short throw to Smith. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, They take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quad Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota checks this one down to Robinson. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. To the air again, Mariota. This is caught by Robinson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mariota's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive. positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Caught on the right side, Reed. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And I think the ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw to Smith. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Quan Martin there on the tackle. 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Edmonds is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try to get back to where you were to start the half. Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Mariota, buying time to his left. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
To return is Roberts. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still second down.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Penny, a 1st down carry. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still second down.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 3rd and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Mahomes going to throw. And it is caught. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. That reception brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They go back to the ground now with Penny, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
He put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Dana, his 2nd sack of the night.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here now Roberts. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Still first down.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. In motion right is Brown. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
At the 46-yard line.
Running left, it's Penny. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quiddy Pay in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Draymond Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Quick completion here to Johnson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple. This time it's succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Cleveland offense making their way out, and they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Now to the left side is Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Quick slant caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Mariota on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Mariota to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Again, it's Mariota. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down, and they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st down, Jets.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal 3rd and goal. Mariota. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Penny, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here is 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, Penny. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Penny up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop a 10th ball game on the year, falling to 6-10 with 1 game still to come. And they will look to turn it around next time out. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.